Morning, everybody, and welcome to what did we call this? Deservability?
Outrageous.
Yeah, deservability, outrageous asks. Yeah, this whole conversation. Good morning, Radhika. So this entire conversation around this energy of having an outrageous ask of ourselves and from the universe and of what is possible actually came around when I was facilitating the Advanced How to Become Money workbook. And there were a few participants who were like, I don't ask for what I really would like to have, simply because it's too much. And somewhere I have the point of view that I don't even deserve it. And that entire energy brought up, so much of contraction in our worlds, the energy of deservability and our unwillingness to be and to ask and to choose what we could based on what we deserve and what we don't deserve. So, while talking about it, and it's really funny because this whole, oh, thank you, Ankita. So this whole conversation and the whole class actually came around from that one call of Advanced How to Become Money workbook. And we looked at what if we could allow ourselves to have the most outrageous asks that we have ever thought of or ever, or that we have looked at as impossible, as something that we cannot ask for because they're too outrageous, or we cannot ask for because it's too much, or we cannot ask for because I don't deserve it, or we cannot ask for it because, don't you see, our kind of families don't deserve it. So this energy of deservability, actually, when you look at it, it's where you are defending your situation, your present choices, and avoiding what is possible. That's what deservability does. It gets you to defend what you have as a right choice. And anything that goes beyond the right choice is an outrageous ask that you have to avoid because it's too outrageous. Everything brought up. Can we destroy and unfreeze that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, fun buck, online shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. So let me ask you all here, what is it that you deserve? Some of you took part in this fun game of ours, and it was interesting to read what you deserve and what you don't deserve. But what is it that you deserve? Anybody? Feel free to unmute, feel free to write. Everything I wish I can actualize, best in life, awesome. What else?
Everything that is possible, that can be mine, I deserve.
Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
everything I desire, awesome. Desire to thrive. Wow, lovely. Yeah. What? Okay, what don't you deserve? And let's not go with the right answer. Let's just go with what really shows up. Like, how many of you think you don't deserve to be poor? How many of you think that I've worked so hard, I don't deserve to suffer? How many of you believe that I don't deserve this husband or this wife or these kids, they don't even respect me? How many of you believe that you don't deserve a miserable life? Yeah, I mean, let's just bring all of that up. To be controlled, yes, I've done so much, I don't deserve to be controlled. I want to live my own life at my own terms. What else don't you deserve?
Ma'am, may I share something?
Yes, please go for it.
So when you mentioned this question, to be honest, I was in total allowance, and I said, thanks to Access, there's nothing is coming in my mind that what I don't deserve.
Awesome. That
So,
is so wonderful. How does it get any better? Thank you, Access. Thank you for choosing that, darling. Yes. Niva says, I don't deserve to be treated badly. Yeah. You see, there are these linear POVADs, and then there are these emotional POVADs. The linear POVADs are those that, you actually get to see them and you're like, no, I'm not, I deserve it all. And, or I don't deserve this, and, stuff like that. And then there are these underlying points of views, which are so subtle, but which are so controlling you. Just a second. They are so subtle, but they are so controlling you that even you don't realize that you are being controlled by them. Because what you sense is the emotion that shows up each time that ask shows up, or each time you ask for that and that doesn't show up. Hi, cutie. Good morning, baby. Adya, good morning. Yeah. So when we have points of views around deservability, like, I deserve a good man, I deserve a kind man, I deserve somebody who cares for me, or I deserve all those I deserves and all those I don't deserves, are what you are using to justify where you are today. All those points of views of deservability is what you're using to justify where you are today. Everything that brought up, would you destroy and uncreate that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, hot and popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Why we wanted to do this call, and Sam suggested deservability, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the energy, totally, let's go for it. And when we actually began to talk about this energy, it was almost like, if you are willing to give up the point of view and the lie that you have bought of deservability, or what you deserve, what you don't deserve, how outrageous would your asks be? Right and wrong, good and bad, hot and popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. I love Sam's question. Her question is, what is an ask? I love it. So an ask is when you're willing to have something in your life, and you are willing to have it, knowing that it will show up if you don't control how it has to show up and when it has to show up. Anything else is not an ask. Anything else is you controlling what you should get and should not get. It's a transactional reality. Oh, Sunita, I have no clue what I said, babe. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So when you are willing to have something in your life, and you're like, what will it take to change this? Or you go to, what will it take for this to show up now? When you come from that space, or what will it take for this to show up now? Or what will it take for this to actualize now? Even your now is not coming from time. Your now is coming from, even if it's in the future, I'm in oneness with the future. So I can have that in the now. So there is no separation between the future and the now. And that space that you create for yourself is of receiving. Right and wrong, good and bad, hot and popcorn, 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyond. So how many of you are actually asking for what you deserve and for what you don't deserve? How many of you are asking for what you should get, what you should not get? Again, deservability. How many of you are asking from what others have been able to create and others have not been able to create? How much of all of that is influencing your ask? It's not necessarily your ask, but it's influencing your ask. And now when it's influencing your ask, can your ask be outrageous? Right and wrong, good and bad, hot and hot, online shop, boys, forwards, and beyonds. So do we have any questions? Any outrageous asks?
Would there be any difference between an outrageous ask and what you consider to be impossible to create?
Thank you for that. What you consider impossible to create is what you've decided you cannot create. In other words, either you don't deserve to have it, or you don't deserve to create it because you don't have the capacity to create it. I mean, how many of you are asking to be billionaires, but you have decided that it's impossible? So the subtle point of view beneath that outrageous ask of being a billionaire is, but it's impossible. And that
also with an outrageous ask, it's so limited with the lifetime and is so time bound.
Yeah.
So like when you say, I want to be a billionaire, oh, it's not possible this lifetime.
Yeah. So let me just put it
or...
off. That. Thank you. Let me put it off for next lifetime. And that's where I said, right, Sam, it's about the time and the willingness to not look at the how and not be controlled. See, if you're asking to be a billionaire, for how many of you is that an outrageous ask? Yeah, thank you. Are you congruent with that ask? What is congruency? Congruency is when you're willing to do and be whatever it takes to actualize what you're asking for. Like if I'm asking to create 10,000 rupees, am I even congruent with that? Or am I already avoiding that? Right? So if you are not congruent with what you are asking for, based on what you deserve, what you don't deserve, when you deserve it, when you don't deserve it, and allowing people and time and situations to control you, that's when it's not going to be an outrageous ask. It's just going to be a statement with a question mark. Every ask of yours, what would it be like if it was outrageous? And you were not asking from the limitations of this reality.
But is any ask outrageous for the universe?
Exactly, Sam. Thank you for putting it out there. The universe doesn't understand outrageous ask versus normal deservability ask. It's our points of views that it is outrageous, or that I don't deserve it, or that it's too much. And everything that you're avoiding and defending with that, would you destroy and uncreate that, please? My drunk, good, bad, but park on nine shorts, boys, forwards, and beyonds. Thank you for your contribution, Sam. Yes, Mahima. Okay. Sunita. Mahima ran away.
You know what happens is whenever you say, I want to be a billionaire, I feel I know I can do it. But suddenly it comes as it's too much of hard work. And then you start avoiding it. So that feeling of being able to do it, having the capacity is there, but there are limitations of too much hard work, and I'm not willing to put in that much hard work and getting committed or bound with it. So does that mean I'm not being congruent with it? That's what you mean?
Yeah, that's where you destroy the possibility of creating something and actualizing your ask. You know, when so often you will hear Gary and Dane say that, I mean, I've read it in so many books, I've heard it over and over and over and over again, that you are the only one who's powerful enough to stop you. You are the only one who's powerful enough to stop you. Nobody else can. You just believe and imply that somebody else did, because you don't want to acknowledge the power and the potency that you be. But this is a great way of destroying yourself, right? It's too much work. I can't do it. There you stop yourself just with that single point of view.
In this also, you, it's not that you can't do it, you can, but you're not willing to do so much hard work. You know, you feel life has to be easy and joyful and not hard work. So
Yeah.
that
But darling, Sunita, what if life is meant to be easy and not hard work? And what have you defined it as that has to be hard work? When you are truly committed to an ask, say if today I ask you all, how many of you are committed, like truly committed to being a billionaire in this lifetime? Like truly, okay? And it's okay if you're not wanting to put your hands up, just be truly honest with whatever energy is showing up, be brutally honest with yourselves, all right? Yeah. So now if you're truly willing to be a billionaire in this lifetime, what is the life force that will, what is the life force that you would be creating with? The energy of being a billionaire.
Way too much joy.
Yeah, right? Way too much joy. What else? The energy of being a billionaire. What is that? What does that bring up for you? Way too much joy. What else?
Way too much contribution that I can be and to create a change at in a jiffy.
Awesome. What else?
it gives you me the feeling of freedom. I'll be able to do
Freedom.
anything that I want to do, be it
Yeah,
contribution, be it
Yeah.
enjoyment, whatever.
awesome.
More ease,
What
Chandra,
else?
for me.
More ease, absolutely. What
More
else?
ease and more glory.
Yeah, more ease, more glory, no worries, relax and have a lot of fun in life. Yeah. And
Patient and account.
yeah, okay, awesome. What else?
Thrive, just thriving.
Thriving. How about committing? How about committing?
Easy to
Commitment.
commit.
How
A
about
lot more.
commitment?
Lots more easy to commit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Choosing access classes with ease.
Awesome. Yeah, what else?
I would like to share something whenever.
Yes, darling. Please go for it.
So in March, I was just talking to one of my friends, Sonia,
Mhm.
and we're just saying that I was contemplating going to Prague for Dane's ESP. And then the war broke out. So it's a little two minds. We'll see, we'll wait it out. And I just told her, if Gary comes to India, I'm going to drop everything and we are going for that class. And I just said it, we just leave it out in the universe. And 2 weeks later, lo and behold, the class is announced.
Yeah.
And you won't believe, Channa, I even avoided joining the group. That no, I don't want to go. No, I
Yeah.
can't do this. And I just then thought over what am I defending and what am I, really running
Yeah.
away from.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, let me join the group. And I joined the group. The day I joined the group, the next day, I registered for the class. So and
How does
and you
it
won't
get any
believe,
better?
yeah. So when you register for the class, the money shows up and you're committed because there are no back doors open.
Yes.
There are
baby.
no possible X,
That's
Y, Z
commitment.
second plan. There
That's-
is no plan.
There's no second plan. You're just committed.
Yes.
And what is the difference between choosing Gary's class and choosing to be a billionaire? Asking for Gary to show up in India and for you to attend his class and the ask of you being a billionaire. What's the difference?
Fear, and I think not totally being congruent with the ask.
And your points of views,
Yes,
right?
points of view.
Yeah.
Fear
So
being one
that's-
of the biggest.
Yes. And that's what stops you from being the outrageous ask and being committed to actualizing that.
True. So true.
Everything that brought up, can we destroy and uncreate that, please? Right on
Yes.
with that, hot park on 9 shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds. And thank you for that share, Radhika. That's a beautiful example of, you ask and you receive.
Interesting, Chandra. He actually spoke about being a billionaire in the COP.
Ah, yeah, I know. We've really been talking about that energy since a while now, Navneeta. And that's an energy that, in fact, in the Enjoy Your Business Facilitator, Simone asked us to, and I've shared this a number of times and I'll share it again because it may contribute to a few of you. She asked us to ask every day, what would it be to be a billionaire?
Oh, wow. Lovely.
And just to be that energy. What would it be to be a billionaire? And to invite that energy into your world. I mean, for how many of us is it so outrageous that we don't even get ourselves to ask for it?
True.
And that's exactly what I would really like to do with these calls that are coming up. And I'm just going to go to Sam and Ankita. But with these 5 calls that are coming up of the energy pulls, that's exactly what I want to do, is to get you so present with your asks. Out, to get your pen out, to journal exactly what you're allowed to ask for and what you're not allowed to ask for, what you deserve and what you don't deserve. And then to go with the asks that are really uncomfortable. And then pull that into your space for you to receive, for you to choose. Yes, Ankita.
Hi, ma'am. So,
Hi,
ma'am,
darling.
what happened is, ma'am, wherever I am right now, I think I am thinking of a comfort level, right? So I have somewhere I have stopped myself to ask and go a step, forward from where I am right now. So is this, I'm not able to understand, is this a ease? Is this a comfort zone I am in, or what is that? So, and I think this is what it is stopping me to go and be like a billionaire.
Yeah. So, when you're trying to understand what is it, why is your question creating possibilities, or is your question creating a stop?
It's a stop, definitely.
Yeah. Like, see, when you ask a question, your question should open up a possibility. But when we ask a question that's actually asking you to go more into contraction, the universe has no point of view to bring that for you. So don't, everywhere you try and understand something, your ask comes from the space of trying to contract it, because you can only understand it when you contract it. You can't understand space. You can't understand expansiveness. So what if you could ask a different question which could open up a possibility for you? What would that be like? What would that question be?
What will it take for me to be a billionaire?
What energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, mysteries, miracles, and possibilities can I and my body be to be the billionaire I truly be for all eternity, with ease and joy and glory?
Thank you, ma'am, because I have understood this feeling is not mine. I have picked it from few family members.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you, love. Yes, Sam.
Okay, one is what we have defined as an ask, or a big and a small ask. When it's a big ask, when it's an ask or a small ask, what you've decided is a small ask, the amount of I can do this is pretty cool. When it's an outrageous ask, the I can do it flies out of the window. So how much of trust really leaves us, or how much do we make the outrageous ask much bigger than the infinite being that we be?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the reason why we've defined it as an outrageous ask, and it's not just an ask.
And how outrageous are we?
Yeah,
that we think we're not, that there's a separation between an outrageous ask and us.
Absolutely, darling. And this is about you getting present with what have I defined as an outrageous ask that goes beyond my comfort zone, that goes beyond what I deserve, that goes beyond what I should get, that goes beyond my education, that goes beyond my culture, that goes beyond my religion, that goes beyond my gender. What is that outrageous ask?
Is it also beyond appropriateness and logic?
Totally. Yeah. Appropriateness, acceptability, logic. All of this is what keeps your asks so limited. And it's like, we start with this smaller box, and then we are like, oh, my life changed so much. See? But hey, it's just that. What's really available is this. But we are just so happy with this because we can see and understand and define the change from here to this. But what I would really like to invite each one of you to is to be that ask that you can truly pull into your lives, pull into your worlds as a possibility that you have defined as impossible. And everything that brought up, right and wrong, good and bad, hot and popcorn, night shots, boys, forwards, and beyonds.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please, go for it, darling.
In the past, I've been using the access questions for a lot of phenomenal things, so actually, like, I was reading the book Blessed Possibilities, and the phenomena, talks about the phenomenons you can be, the magic. So I actually would say, what energy consciousness, can I be to create this in my favor? The magic I can be, that time magic was not being used in the question, but I would use that I'm the magic, and I did create all that I was asking for, and even more.
Sorry.
But what the but is, it took a toll on my health. Like, the earlier question somebody asked was like, you don't want to come out of the comfort zone, or you put a stop. So somewhere, it took a toll on my health. I was doing so many things at the same time.
Is that your favorite go-to to keep your one leg in this reality?
And everything was actualizing, but
she's not hearing me.
And I was putting Pardon?
I asked you, is that your favorite space to go to?
Yeah, normally it is.
To keep your one leg in this reality. We all have our favorite spaces to go to keep our one leg in this reality. Somebody has health, somebody has money, somebody has a relationship, somebody has abuse, somebody has sex. Each one of us has a favorite space to go to keep our one leg in this reality.
So how do you put that leg totally in, all your legs, all your hands in the other reality?
Choice.
Now what can I ask?
Choice. Each time you put your leg back, each time you sense yourself going back, ask, okay, what am I choosing now? And what can I choose? Now, what can I choose? Yeah, stay in the question. It's like, okay, what am I choosing that has showing up? All right, now what can I choose different? Just changing the energy of that, acknowledging that you chose it to go back, and now what different choice can I make? But what do? We go into, oh, my body's paining, my back is hurting, I have to go to the doctor, or we go into, oh, I don't have the money, or we go into, oh my God, I lost all the money, or some shit like that. And that's what keeps us slowly, not just one leg, but you find yourself both your legs in this reality.
Yeah.
So the moment, and it's really that moment, Rita, it's in that moment when you sense yourself one leg going back, you stop and literally you are like, okay, what am I choosing that has me creating this? And now what different choice can I make? Choice creates. We hear Gary Dale say this continuously. We read books constantly and it's written over there. Choice creates. Yet you get it when you get it.
Yes.
How empowered would you be if you could acknowledge every choice of yours? Every choice of yours has actualized. Every choice of yours has actualized.
Actually,
nothing happens to you. Yeah, it has. Yeah, every choice has created something. Every choice has actualized something. But what can you now ask for? What different ask can you be? How outrageous an ask can you be that can have you create a life and a living of phenomenons and magnitude?
Actually, ma'am, since childhood, we have heard "जितना है उसमें खुश रहो, जितना है उसमें खुश रहो."
Those are the excuses we give ourselves. Those are the excuses we give ourselves to be stuck. Those are the excuses we give ourselves for why we can't choose. That's where we go to blame.
There are these
What if all of that was an interesting point of view? What if all of that was a choice you made so you could choose something different? See how many humanoids have to be shown something and then they're like, I'm not choosing that. I want to choose different. So how many of you actually chose to have people like that in your life? You know, who would tell you, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, to finally be like, I'll show you. Everywhere you're living in the blame and the regret of what you chose instead of acknowledging that as a beautiful gift for you to choose something different. Would you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pot, call 9 shots, boys, forwards and beyonds. Yes, Radhika.
Sorry, I'm in a very thriving mode right now.
Yay, go for it. I love that.
So my Isha was doing this energy poll. I think you had this key energy poll when you were doing, and my ask at those time were 4 of them: COP with Gary, sharing the stage with Gary and Dane, running Gary's bars, working in Yellow Bar with them,
Wow.
and obviously money.
Yeah.
Or travel. Now today I just saw on Gary's post in Instagram of the COP class. I'm featuring there. There are
I
only
saw
4
that.
photos.
Yes, yes.
I was like, how did I get so lucky? Oh my God.
Yes.
So, I think it is just that you have to just ask and not make it significant and not live in that, how is it going to happen? How is it going to happen? Is it really going to happen? Just throw it out and that's it.
Yeah, absolutely, Radhika. Just ask for it and throw it out there into the universe. That in itself
was
is
doing it.
being outrageous.
And I would never choose that photo because I was having facilitation done by Bhagya Mao. And I was like, absolutely throwing everything out. So I was howling literally. And I was seriously, that picture they pick up. Anyway, that's what they chose.
What if that is the energy or what was required?
I know. So true. So blessed.
Truly, darling. How does it get any better? Okay. Yay. How many more outrageous asks can each one of you have? I mean, Radhika just shared with you how her asks actualized, but only she can do it. Do we have any more questions around this, or are we good for today?
Ma'am, I have a quick question. So
Yes.
for the ask, we have to make short ask, or we can just, visualize the entire of our ask and then we can go ahead.
So I'm actually going to be doing these polls a little differently this time. It's going to be the first time that I'm actually going to be doing it like this. I've never done it this way before. I don't know what they're going to create. So all of you who are going to be hopping on are going to be the guinea pigs. So please hop on only if you're brave enough.
I have guinea pigs at my home.
Awesome. Yay. So can you give us
Just go for it, guys, and see the magic that happens. Truly. She's power. She's true power.
Thank you. Thank you, sweetness. Thank you for your choices. Can you give us an example that how to ask? You can just ask, love. Like, what will it take to create this? Go with simple asks. What will it take to have this? What will it take to actualize this? What energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, mysteries, miracles, and possibilities can I and my body be to have this, to actualize this, and just to go with that energy? Yeah. And of course, if you would like to like more of that, and if you would like to actualize something that's truly beyond, and like I said, I have no clue what it's going to be like. It's going to be outrageous. It's going to be outrageous, like truly outrageous asks and outrageous pulls. And you're all welcome, and each one of you is invited. And Sam, please share the details.
Okay, thank you so much for showing up live at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure you guys have work to
I know.
So thank you so much for showing up in the morning. So we are going to be starting this class on June 5th. June 5th to June 9th, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We will be having this class for about 30 minutes every day.
Yeah,
Chanu.
approximately.
And
Sunita's going to
so-
say Chandana's 30 minutes.
Yeah, Chandana's 30 minutes. If you know, you know what we're talking
So is
about.
Vinda.
Yeah. And bring yourselves, bring your beings, and see for yourself as to what this class has for you. Ask a question, and we're always here to really facilitate you to a space of choice. And the class is charged at 75 USD, and which is around 5,700 INR. It's going to be for 5 days, 30 minutes each. And I wonder what spaces of outrageous can we own in ourselves. So at least that's been my ask with this class of what is outrageous and where's that separate distance. Is that called separate distance? I'm forgetting what that
Comfortable distance.
Comfortable distance. So it's almost like you've defined outrageous as something outside of you, while that is pretty much as much as who we are. And what will it take to be really
Sam,
be in communion with that?
if I can just interrupt you and say, you're so bloody aware, because I was looking at that energy during the asks of comfortable distance with our asks.
Wow.
I was like, is she
I'm not aware.
Is she
I'm not
aware?
aware, Bear. No, just a little bit. And at least that's been what I've been tapping into, where we've made this outrageous so outside of you, but what it's literally like, can we just meet and greet and create more and more and more, and how much contribution? Yeah. So if it tugs your being, hop onto the call. Channa is here, I'm here, Sugandha is here, and Sumit is here, just in case you have any questions around the class. And we'd be so happy to have each and every one of you who are truly wanting to play with this energy, own this energy even more with Channa.
Thank you, lovelies. That was fun for me. I hope it was fun for you too. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Sugandha. Thank you, Sumit.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the lovely questions that each one of you asked.
What will be the timings?
The timings would be 9:30 a.m.
Ma'am, can timings, like we can work on timings a little bit?
I asked the class actually what time it would like to show up, and it said 9:30. So the class, blame the class.
What else is possible?
What else is possible? And yes, you will get replays, darling. And but the class wants to show up at 9:30. For me also, I'm not a morning person. I was like, why 9:30 class? Can we not do it for 5:30 in the evening? And the class was like, no, sorry, 9:30 a.m. Like, okay. So we'll see you all, lovelies. Love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye, love.
Thank you so much, Chandra.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sweethearts.
sweetie.